Hey guys, let's get more news about Lakers, but first, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Lakers encouraged to sign 6 MOY candidate to veteran minimum contract. The Los Angeles Lakers roster still needs to improve after not making any meaningful moves in the offseason so far. With 15 players on the roster, the Lakers would have to get rid of a player to add anyone in free agency, which is certainly part of the reason why their offseason has been quiet. While most of the top free agents available have signed with other teams, there are still players who could help improve a Lakers team that was eliminated in the first round last season. Zach Buckley of Bleacher Report listed players they should pursue to help them improve as late free agency steals, including Sixth Man of the Year candidate Tyus Jones. Tyus Jones loomed as a potential trade deadline target for this team. The same qualities that attracted the Lakers then could steer them back toward the floor general now. The 28-year-old, arguably the best unsigned player left, is one of the association's best decision-makers, Buckley wrote on July 18. Jones is a true point guard, someone who limits turnovers and passes at an elite level. For his career, he has more than 2,500 assists and fewer than 500 giveaways. He's not just a passing specialist, though. He packs a decent and efficient scoring punch, too. He has posted career highs in each of the last 3 seasons, topping out, for now, this past season with an even 12 points per tilt to go along with a 48.9/41.4/80 shooting / Buckley wrote. The Los Angeles Lakers are essentially bringing back the same team they had last season, which finished with the 8th best record in the Western Conference. Their only additions have been drafting Dalton Knecht and Bronny James, who likely won't put them over the top. And that's an issue in the eyes of many in NBA circles. According to Jovan Buha of The Athletic, people around the league don't think the Lakers have a chance to make a deep playoff run if they don't upgrade the roster. What's clear from Las Vegas, however, is that many in NBA circles believe the Lakers must upgrade their roster to have a chance at a deep playoff run, Buha wrote on July 16. In polling more than a dozen front office executives, coaches, scouts and agents attending the NBA Summer League, most pegged the Lakers as a likely play-in team, with seeds ranging from 5th to 10th in the West. With a seemingly long way to go to compete with the top teams in the Western Conference, it's tough to say that a backup point guard would put them in the mix. However, Jones is one of the best backup point guards in the NBA and would better this roster. His ability to hit from three-point range at an above-average clip would be of help, too, as he shot 41.4% from three-point range on 3.9 attempts per game last season. They're in a tough spot due to Christian Wood, Jackson Hayes, and Cam Reddish opting into their second-year player options, but the Los Angeles Lakers could salary dump one of them in a trade. If they were to dump one of them and add Jones, the Lakers would at least be moving in the right direction, but more would likely have to be done to consider them contenders. Bronny James has Lakers fans going bonkers after another solid game versus Cavs. Never has the NBA seen someone drafted in the second round, and as the 55th overall pick, no less, get so much attention as Bronny James has had. Playing for the Los Angeles Lakers, the franchise with the biggest fan base, already casts a huge spotlight on him, and being the firstborn son of one of the greatest basketball players of all time, LeBron James, only serves to ramp up the pressure on Bronny to succeed, beginning in Summer League. After a rough start to life in the California Classic and in Vegas, it looks as though Bronny has turned a major corner. On Thursday night, in the Lakers' 4th Vegas Summer League game, James played well yet again in an encore to his solid performance against the Atlanta Hawks, and during a back-to-back at that. In a 93-89 win over the Cleveland Cavaliers, James put up 13 points, 5 rebounds, and 3 assists on 5-10 shooting from the field and 1-3 shooting from 3, overcoming his efficiency woes in the early goings of the exhibition season. He also added 2 blocks for good measure. There is nothing that Lakers fans want more than for Bronny James to succeed. There is a mountain of pressure on the young kid due to the name he carries, but all he wants to do is play basketball. But now, he is becoming more and more confident in his own skin, and fans are celebrating the good trajectory of his development as a player. A 13.5-10 night isn't exactly needle-moving. But relative to where Bronny James started in Summer League, then that represents a major improvement. He made just 7 of his first 31 field goal attempts in the first 4 games of the exhibition season, California Classic and in Vegas, which is good for a horrible 22.5% from the field. That is not NBA-level play, no matter how one slices it. This was why Jaylen Brown was moved enough to say that Bronny may not belong in the NBA just yet, in a moment that went viral immediately. Indeed, there was no reason to think that James was developing at a fast enough pace to warrant a spot on the Lakers' main roster instead of getting some reps in the G League. But on Wednesday and Thursday, Bronny showed why he once was one of the most tantalizing prospects in high school basketball. James has shot a combined 10-21 from the floor over his past 2 games, and he has made 3 to 8 three-pointers, not elite, but promising nonetheless. James, indeed, looked very confident over his past 2 outings. There was a zip in his step that was missing in his first few games. He has the body language of someone who belongs, dribbling with purpose and passing the ball around with intent. His calling card will be on the defensive end of the floor, and that remained consistent as ever over the past 2 games. He was chasing opposing guards tirelessly over screens, even swatting a 3-point attempt from behind. That rear-view defense is a hallmark of great defenders, and the Lakers rookie is earning his keep as someone who never gives up on a play. There are still, of course, plenty of room for him to grow. He takes off far too early when he drives to the hoop, and he could serve to tighten up his handle if he were to become more of a play initiator. But for now, the Lakers have to be pleased with what they're seeing out of the 55th overall pick of the 2024 NBA Draft. Shaquille O'Neal offers advice to Bronny James amid Summer League slump. So far, it has been a rough go for Los Angeles Lakers rookie Bronny James. On the other hand, he had his best game so far on Wednesday night against the Atlanta Hawks. Bronny scored 12 points on 5 of 11 from the field, including a pair of three-pointers after going 0 for from three-point land. The Lakers rookie will have eyeballs on him all year due to him being the son of LeBron James. While he has dealt with much criticism, legend Shaquille O'Neal spoke about Bronny and what he needs to do going forward, even offering advice to the youngster. Hat tip ESPN: Bronny is my nephew and I'm happy for him, and he just needs to continue to work hard and work on his game, forget all the noise. There has been plenty of noise around Bronny James for several reasons, one being the fact he inked a 4-year deal, which is almost unheard of for a 55th overall draft pick. Shaq continued to give Bronny advice on what it takes to get to the next level. Pressure is where you don't know where your next meal is coming from. Forget what people say, you love to play the game, I'll treat this situation like Bronny was my son. You go out there, you have fun, you do what it takes to get better. Nothing else matters. Whether it's valid or not, Bronny will need to get used to the pressure and expectations, especially in the NBA with the Lakers. Ahead of the 2024 NBA Draft, reports swirled about Rich Paul saying he doesn't want to sign a 2-way deal and even threatening that he would play in Australia if that was the situation. The Lakers then selected Bronny James and have given him lots of minutes so far in the Summer League. But JJ Redick has raved about what Bronny brings to the roster, so there are a lot of positive things developing even with his slow start to the Summer League. Overall, we've liked what we've seen in practice. We like what we've seen in the Summer League, Redick said of Bronny James. The Lakers head coach also added, we're going to invest heavily in him. He's got to fall in love with that process and let go of outcomes. No matter what happens, there will always be a tension surrounding Bronny James, the Lakers, and LeBron even more than before. But Shaq is offering strong advice to Bronny and just wants him to block out the noise. The Lakers face the Cleveland Cavaliers on Thursday in the Las Vegas Summer League and the Chicago Bulls on Saturday. It will be worth watching to see how Bronny plays after his best game yet. And you, fan? What do you think of the situation of Shaquille O'Neal? Leave your opinion in the comments.